live in a few moments' time. Turn notifications off. Put the controller down. Let's get on my own channel and actually say for everybody and welcome to this beautiful, beautiful AOR. We're here at the Baku City Circuit here, based in Baku, Azerbaijan, hosting an event for the first time here for a long time. It's a nice little circuit here around the beautiful, beautiful old and new area around the city of Azerbaijan, of course. Down in this commentary box is Nico, and say hello, Nico. Let's see if
hello.
See if we can hear you there.
You should.
We should be able to hear Nico. Yep, we can hear you, so there we are, everything's working. So that is good then. So here around Azerbaijan then, a circuit tricky on conditions and sometimes tricky in other ways. We're looking here at Wild Ditto then in the McLaren Honda. That's hope the McLaren lost its journey and coming up here then towards the most famous corner here on the circuit, the castle section. Scenes of that wall on the right and on the left, definitely someone has already hit it debris then already then. Up the hill they'll come then, and then down the hill they drop down towards the long little tricky left-hander here where Hamilton and Vettel famously crashed then a few years ago then. Here they are then, down into that corner then. The McLaren blasts its way down, almost hits the wall, they gets away then, and blasts its way down the hill.
As the first time almost. Mata see you in the Force India. Today 143.
43 there, improved immediately by the Renault then, of 42.1. So great lap by him then.
And the Toro Rosso between them.
Toro Rosso almost touched the wall there as well. Well, Ditto goes up to P1 then straight away. Yellow flag is in Sector 1 there, so something's going on somewhere.
Sector 1 and Sector 2 now. Sector 1 only there.
Now, where is that then?
Green flags.
Let's get on a nice little thing up here. It's got a nice little thing there, so we'll go and put the let's see what should we put on there. Get everything all set up then. Still new to F1 commentary, so it'll be a while, but definitely gonna be interesting to see what happens during this race then. Williams there, Bullboy in 4th position, did a great little lap plan, puts him up to 4th place and straight away. And it's going to be interesting to see where he goes as he gets a big, big slide on the exit there. Well, Ditto meanwhile goes improved by another 8 tenths then. The WRL. Out the corner.
I have a Ferrari and a Red Bull very close to each other.
Oh, we've got a Williams round. Sorry to interrupt there. Williams going round. Bullboy spinning wildly there then. And keeps out of the wall just about there. Caps it just about there. Force India then. That is Matt coming through the last little corner then. Flat out about 190, almost 207 miles an hour. We imagine these cars can probably reach here. The air is open. Let's see. Down towards turn number 1. About 207. There it is. So is he improved? The answer to that is... Goes up to 3rd position then. Great little lap by him. Well, Ditto. Currently P1, however, in that car then up front. And coming down the straight, the McLaren heading to the pit lane straight away then. So decides again doing that lap play, almost hits the wall there as well, and just about gets the car stopped as well. Here the Mercedes then. That is M8 Met. I will pronouncing these names correctly, of course. Still new here as well. We've got Michael M.
Proxy just improved. He's 2nd now.
Yes.
In the Force India.
Proxy, 2nd place in the Force India, so doing well for him then. Looking at the Mercedes then, down the hill then. Interesting then, so a 141.3 is your current fastest lap plan. 2nd place is a 142, as out the way there, I believe, there's the Red Bull blasting blue. Now which one is that? See if we can find the Red Bull. Who is it? We'll eventually find it. That's the Sauber. That's the Ferrari. Finding it. There's the Red Bull. I have to look up all these drivers' names sometime and get them all written down. A nice big thing then. Spectating people never the easiest on this game.
No, it isn't.
Spectating on this game, not the easiest. Shumi coming to the pit lane, the Red Bull. That must be the one looking at just a few moments ago there. So we'll go with the old R2 and L2 button, which works quite well then. Looking at, that might be, who is that? Is that one of the Force Indias going slowly? Yes it is. Now, he hit something, he's running very low on fuel. We're going back to the pit lane. Only 4 minutes to go here in qualification, then before the actual race begins. It's going to be interesting to see 50% rate with a chance of a rain in the horizon. It's going to be interesting to see what can happen then. So who's going to improve then? Foxy, is he improving? Comes through the line. Good and fast, 190 miles an hour, blasting his way down the hill. And comes into the pit lane as well. And if anyone wondering, that in the commentary box to me, it's Nico Len, our commentary team, me and Nico today then here. And looking at, well, Ditto getting out of the way then. And I believe that is one of the Saubers who has a bit of a twitch then on the exit then. So Lamb, I don't know who that is, one of the Saubers, however, blasting their way down the straight, just about avoiding having an impact in the wall then. Force India, perhaps running out of fuel actually, we believe, and oh dear, KLC 73 out already then, so perhaps we'll rejoin in a few moments.
He just joined.
Did he just join?
Left. Yeah, he joined and he left very quick.
Perhaps having a glitch there. In the pits comes one of the Haas, that is Rob 2K then, in the pit lane, in the Haas then. The American Dream, let's see if it gets anywhere today then. What's the cars in the pit lane? Yabala Hub, we've got everyone probably going for their last bit. The Sauber up the hill then. Looking at Nerizon.
Mercedes in P18 is almost setting the time. What will it be? 141?
Line. Jumps up to 5th position. Great lap from him. Now, who else is going to improve? Sauber coming down the hill then. The Swede in the Sauber, not Marcus Ericsson of course. It is Nigerian. Out of the last corner. Now down to the longest straight in motorsport on a flat out section now in Formula 1. Of course, Paul Ricard might end that next year, but down the straight gun, passing one. I believe that was one of the Williams blasting past there. Then down towards tyre number 1. Let's see where he can go. Comes the line, does he improve? Let's see, crosses it. Does he go from 15? Jumps up to 2nd. Great lap from him then. In the Sauber. Fantastic lap there. Bit off the pace of the leader who said 3. But look at the gap there. 42.0 and a 42.0 for Foxy as well. He's coming straight back out in the Force India then. The Renault is 42.1 then. Only just literally 1/10. Someone's gone off at sector 1, we believe. Yellow flag is now immediately brought back in. So whoever went off has got himself back going. We have the cars there. A Australian and a Belgian flag flying high there for some of the drivers. Down the straight then. Who's going to be then the first one to jump up the field? Let's see. Cam coming into the left-hander, locks up massively there, just gets the car turned in. Got a car up the road there, that might be a few back markers. I believe that is one of the Mercedes. I think actually he's lifting off, backing out on this lap time now actually then. Perhaps that. It's definitely looking a bit slower then.
The Red Bull is coming out to the flat out part.
Yes,
up to 17, and the P18 McLaren of Mercedes is driving behind him.
Boo coming down to the line. Let's see what he can do. Blast his way in the Red Bull. Yellow flags popping up at sector 1 meanwhile. Only 1 minute to go in at qualification. Let's see what that Red Bull can do. 209 miles an hour crossing the line. Does he improve? The answer to that is 16th place and a big lock off at turn 1 then to end it off. Racing at home, we believe, is going off there.
300, 37, 340 kilometers per hour, 144, P14 from Mitchell NL in the Mercedes. Only one.
The line, where did he go? Sheeran retires from Polly. What about WL? Does he improve? Does not improve there. And that'll be his lap over.
While Ditto just set a new fastest lap, 140.9.
Yes, well, Ditto, 145.9, cementing himself there by almost just about half a second. Maybe a little bit more than that. About half a second there. Shumi in the Red Bull down the hill. Now, this corner here, very tricky. You can see there the massive buildings in the background there of this Baku City circuit here. A very interesting fact about the circuit, of course, based in the old city section. In the background, you see all the new buildings there, based in the old section as well. And a bit of mix of new and old then. Mainly this area of people.
The session is over.
So
everyone who is on the lap
see. Sector 3, yellow flag. So someone's gone up in Sector 3. Honky Donk, meanwhile 18th. Hasn't said lap time. Shumi, is he going to go through Sector 1 and 2 as well? So everyone's retiring from the session. What can the Red Bull do? Third! Fantastic lap there. Jumps a few positions up. Great stuff from him then. Straight away up the field. And now down to 4th. As someone else improves there. I believe that was Kamikaze. Or Kamioki, whoever it is. Never respected.
The house is coming up on the line, and it is P9.
Yes, P9. We can't now go and spectate other drivers because it does this, unfortunately. So we'll have to try and figure out what's going on there. As you look at the Red Bull then, out of the corner then. So turn 1's going to be interesting to see what can happen. I believe it's going to be interesting down towards turn 1. It's a short one.
Well, turn 2 is trickier.
Yeah.
Like we saw this year with because it's smaller.
Yeah,
narrower.
It's tight, narrow. Cast section as well. That one could be interesting. Raven, don't forget, is forecast today at the end of this race. So it's going to be interesting to see. We've got about a minute to go for those last thing. A few drivers to end their lap. We're looking at Rob 2K. Not like him, we're looking at Shumi actually. My apologies there. As we can't not get off Shumi, unfortunately. He won't let us go to anyone else. It sometimes does this on this game when that'll spectate anyone else there. I do apologise if there is any mic crackle. I'll be getting a new mic hopefully in the future to stop this crap. Unfortunately, it's because I'm actually really static here in real life, and well, yeah, you can imagine back when.
So 50% race.
Yeah, 50%.
What do you think? One stop?
One stop, definitely a possibility here. I do believe most drivers do one stop, maybe a 2-stop, maybe just in case an incident happens. But definitely the softs and perhaps the other tyres, depending on what they use. Be interesting in the super soft.
I think it's going to be super soft.
Yeah, and the soft.
And soft.
Yeah, super soft and soft then here. But well, ditto on P1 so far. Then we'll start the race on P1 from Cam. Nuziron is in 3rd place. Shumi 4th. Puffy is in 5th place. Foxy 6th. M.H. Met is in 7th. Matteo is in 8th. Honky Donk up to 9th. Although he improved there from WRL. Rob is in 11th place. JG is in 12th. Bullboy 13th. Racing at Home 14th. Craig is in 15th. Michael is 16th. Yabba the Hutt is 7th. And Boof is 18th down at the back layer. It's going to be interesting to see. There is qualification over then. Now we'll head into the race.
Maybe we'll see some back markers starting with the soft tires.
Yeah.
Or even the mediums. And go for a long stint.
It's going to be interesting. There we are then. Confirmations of Wild Ditto from Cam, Nuziron, Shumi, the Puffing Muffin, Foxy, M. Hates Met. And we got Matt, Honky. Yep, Mamet. Then we got WRL and Rob in the out. JG, Bullboy Racing, Craig, Michael, and Yabba and Booth down the back lane, 6 seconds off the pace. It's going to be interesting to see what happens then at the start of this race. I hope you're enjoying it.
Lots of British drivers.
Lots of British drivers, lots of indeed. It's good to see the Brits crowd. Now, here we are then. Race, and this is the thing you'll never normally see anymore. They don't have this in Formula 1. They're getting a new one, but here is the old logo.
New emblem. New logo.
Yeah, we'll have a new logo soon. It'll be much different from this one. Of course, we can do that. Of course, well, here we are then around this beautiful circuit then. Situated in Azerbaijan then, the Baku City Circuit, hosting what used to be the European GP last year, and now the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. It could be a classic then. Expect carnage, expect cars to go off, and if you're joining us, welcome indeed then. Live commentary will be done by Evil and Nico then. I hope you enjoy it. And here we are then, ready to go to the start of the race. I believe a formation lap will occur as well, so expect this to be an entertaining little race then. Here,
put in the jet who you think was gonna win.
And actually, it might be straight away actually. Yes, here we are then, underway. Lights on, and away we go. Oh, there's a shunt. There is a shunt. There's a huge pile up at the back of the field. And there's 4, 5, 6 cars. They'll have to call a safety car there if that was one. There's about 6, 7 cars. There's a Ferrari involved. A massive pile up at the start of the race. And that is Foxy and the Puffing and Craig off at the start. Force India, Ferrari and Toro Rosso immediately in trouble. And Cam immediately leads from Wild Ditto. All carnage going off at the start of this race. And, well, already carnage going off. Cam leads there. I wasn't expecting him to go straight away. I thought we have a formation now, but straight in the race then. Well, what carnage there then? Lots of locking up further down, however. So a carnetic start then immediately off the start of this race. Sector 1, yellow flags, I think KLC, and there's more carnage and cars kicking up debris. And there's all sorts of carnage going on there. Looking at the Haas in 5th position then straight away.
Both McLaren of both Virginias lost the front wing.
That's
so we'll see a double pit stop.
Front wing, so double pit stops there down the backland. So issues going on there.
Mitchell is in the wall in turn 8.
Red Bull have boofed down the back. The puffing man's got no front wing. There's the 2 Force India and the Ferrari, and there's the McLaren. The Mercedes damage as well. So carnage already going on lap 1 of 26 then. So 50% race, the Ferrari as well. Both Ferraris in the wars there. As here, the Renault perhaps down the inside there easily. That Force India has no front wing. Banging tyres there as well. Gets ahead just about. It's going to be interesting there. Let's see if that Force India can make the corner. He'll have to be very cautious here then. Come down the straight. Around the outside, that's great.
2.2 seconds in front of the pack.
Yeah, the Ferrari getting ahead of these groups then. So, carnage immediately at the start. 2 Williams battling as well then. And let's see the Williams round the outside of his teammate. Doesn't want to hit him though. The 2 teammate, the Williams. That's Bullboy and JG there battling for, that is 7th and 8th position. They're not going to get through there. Super soft versus just the hard tyres. Rob hits the wall as well, so what's up for Rob? He's got an issue then.
Russell's in the pits.
Russell in the pits, following down the back. Meanwhile, up front, he got almost a 3-wide moment then, looking on board with the Sauber then, as he locks up massively there.
Both Russells are in.
Both Toro Russells
Red Bull
in
is in, Ferrari is in. Both Virginias are in.
Yep. WRL, Schumi, Matt, Michael, Puffing, Craig and Fox, you're in the pit lane then with damage on their cars. We're looking like 2 Williams sideways out of the corner there. That is Bullboy absolutely sideways out the corner then. And now he's got a challenge to JG, who's on those hard tyres. Don't forget them to be on a different strategy.
The Haas and the Sauber of Rob and Racing are really close to the both Williams.
So ahead of them is Honk and Mehmet. Then and up the road, don't forget New Zealand and the McLaren, and the leader is the Renault then. Got a good start from front row there. We were looking too busy at all the carnage going on at the back. Lehman's to pull out the leader. That's the Haas going through there on the Mercedes, who almost tapped the wall there. May have got a bit of damage then. So the Haas immediately jumping up to 4th position. That's a great move by him there. Mercedes, and here goes the Williams. What's up for him then? So Williams trying, touching the rear there, going very slowly as he got damaged. Down inside, hits the wall. He hits the wall, and here comes the other Williams then. Slipstream battle then, as they all fly its way past. I think that Mercedes coming at the pit lane, perhaps. He's got damage on the front. Pretty wide.
Really fast.
As the Haas taking the pair of them here. See, yes, around the outside of both of them. So the Haas jumping through then and passing both. Rob 2K, great start from him then. He's now up to P5, on back 3 already in this race. He's already been a carnetic race so far then.
The Williams of Ballboy just gone out.
Ballboy hits the wall then. So good catching there. Would have missed that other race. Just spinning round then. Ballboy then having a bit of a torrid time there then. Hit the wall perhaps. Hasn't got any damage on the car though. As Mehmet in the pit lane then as well. From where he was then after damaging the car. I believe he hit the wall somewhere. Ferrari up the road there. So Williams now behind Ferrari. That's an interesting pairing straight away then. It is a 50% race we're only running here. Rain expected around the 75% of this race to be going, so it's going to be interesting to see. JG catching up there, and what's out for racing at a home? He's catching as well then. So RE Hate hit the wall there, very close to him there.
The Renault Blizzard made a mistake.
Yes, he's made a mistake. Meanwhile, the Sauber hits the wall there on the exit and chips off his front wing there a little bit then. But indeed, Blizzard did make a mistake there. Drops behind Bullboy there. And JG, he's got all the work there. He's behind Rob. Up in the curve there. Rob almost hits the wall there. Next car up ahead is his teammate, the other Haas then. The American Dream. So far, so good then. Haven't had any brake issues then. Compared to Roland, so they're doing so good. And meanwhile, while Ditto in the McLaren, 2nd place, doing good. But up front, it is that Renault then, pulling away. Great start from him. Fast lap there of 45.2 then, straight away then. So great start from him. That's got a nice little telemetry up there. Then, let's see. All they can see. The super soft air. A few people on the mediums. You got JG, Biff, Magut, and then you've got Craig on those soft tyres then, and the mediums respectively there then as well. It's going to be interesting to see who does it. Position changes. KL have got position change there, jumping up quite a few positions. Naziron then doesn't improve from the race there. Since Blizz has also improved in this race a little bit as well. I'm talking about a few drivers here. Bullboy on the back, we believe, of that Ferrari. Yes, he is. Reaving all over the place. Round the outside. Does he get them position done? Round the outside. Does almost touch his wheels there. What's up for the Renault behind? Ah, the Ferrari hits the wall. And what's that Renault now challenging as well?
KLC.
That's the McLaren jumps ahead
just won all the places.
So big mistake there then from the Ferrari there, hitting the wall. The Puffy Man, Puffy Muffin should we say, a 44 then. And here's the Renault down inside. That's brave. He's going to be slow. He'll have to back out of that one. Yes, he does. Booth, we believe, has gone off somewhere. Yes, Booth off there. That's down at the braking zone at tyre number 3 there. So he's blocked up there. Not damaged the car, I believe.
Watch it.
One then, all yellow.
Ferrari is off.
Ferrari is off. That must be Craig, I imagine, down the back there.
Yeah.
Try and find people to suspect. There, I believe Blizzard had perhaps under pressure there. Indeed, he's definitely getting caught by the McLaren of Jabba the Hutt. And it'll be interesting to see what can they do. We're on lap 5 of 26, so another 21 laps to go there. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Stops galore in this race so far, then after a few incidents as well then. As we enable our telemetry again.
Sauber in P3 is catching the McLaren in P2, so we might have a...
That's indeed. And see where he can improve that. There's some 4 seconds off the leader there, so not too far actually, so quite interesting to see. A few drivers might be getting lapped soon, as I all muddled up with the cameras again. It is almost 8:30 in the evening then. We're expected to finish around about 9:30 if you're wondering when this race might end. That's an estimate there, 9:30 could end. But the Sauber versus the McLaren, the two slowest teams in F1 2017 in real life. And of course, one with a Honda, one with a Ferrari, an old Ferrari, and now going to be a new Ferrari engine next year. It's going to be the 2018 spec, because it's now going to be no Alfa Romeo Sauber F1, I believe that. So interesting to see that. Charles Leclerc and Marcus Ericsson in there, so at least we get to see the Swedish driver staying in front of them. No Brazilian next year, though. That's a shame there. Bit of a lock up there for the McLaren. It's away with it though.
Sauber had a lock up too.
And Sauber locked up as well, but Naziron getting just about away with it there then. And they're 3 seconds off the pace of the leader then, and 4 respectively there. Down the field, got a battle perhaps blowing down the field. The Puffy Man, only 5 tenths behind. Let's see, yes, very close behind Foxy then. So this could be interesting to see then what happens between these two. Now, where is he going to make a move then? I presume it could be down the straight then. Foxy running a bit wide.
Crackle past Booth.
Yeah, someone's gone off that Booth and Craig there. Craig or Craggles, depending on how you call them. I'll call him Crag.
Whatever
you want to pronounce them. Getting past the Red Bull there. As here, the tyre also locking up there. So also just Foxy does almost hit the wall then, as well as they down the hill they go. Big drop playing in this
Gap's
growing in between. I think this tyre also
is in the pits.
Yes, KLC in the pit lane there. That's scheduled stop now. Damage. So here goes Foxy and the Puffy Muffin. Here goes Muffin then. He's going to have DRS. It'll be an easy move then. He'll switch to the outside, we imagine. We go then outside. The Force India not giving them too much room. And Blizzard out of this race. So Blizzard had a horrible impact there, as Muffin, we believe, go around the outside there. We'll see what happened to Muffin. Then round the outside, Muffin, great move there, just about gets the corner in. Let's see what's happened to Blizzard. And he's hit the wall at turn number 3. So he's locked up, gone straight on. And that's a big mistake from the Renault there. So everyone's going to indeed improve from that. So big mistake there.
Mitchell drove almost
getting all tangled up down the back, however it sounds like there. So far so good, don't you agree, Nico?
Yeah.
indeed going well. The Met challenging the Toro Rosso of WRL then. So super softs versus the normal soft tyres. Piston changes, not too much going on in terms of that. Good old piston changes up there. So a big loser in this race is the Puffy Muffin. Muffin. And of course Foxy dropping 10 positions respectively there. Nor Ditto dropped 1 and also Cam jumped up 1 there. No position change for Mazeran or WRL. All there, and neither is Blizzard who goes down to this race. Of course not hitting the wall at turn number 3 there in a very bizarre way, so he must have locked up and gone straight on there into the wall. Easy thing to do.
Racing at home is in the pits.
Yeah, racing at home in the pit, and this will promote a few drivers up. Labin Hart, and I believe he will join, presumably.
Which side will he go?
Further down. What's up with Shumi, by the way? Yes, Shumi there, and Red Bull looking for the inside there. I didn't realise how close he was as they all get a bit tangled up at turn 1. Almost had no car in there as the racing at home. The Sauber comes up pit lane.
P13?
Yeah, P13 there. Just about get a P13 there.
Behind the Virginia in front of the Mercedes. The Sauber in front of the Mercedes. That's not often said in real life Formula 1.
Always does the thing. The Red Bull catching the Mercedes. He's also catching the Toro Rosso here. So the Toro Rosso with their very Mercedes-like front nose, you'll realise that's very similar in design there. And the Red Bull challenging behind. That is Shumi then in the Red Bull, driving the very spectacular red and green helmet with a nice big star. It looks like in the middle of it there, but it's some stripes there. We'll see it in the X as well. The hill then they go. Lap number 8 then of 26, and so far the race is going so good then. After a little into in the beginning of the race, no retirees apart from Blizzard who hit the wall at turn number 3 a few laps ago. Where can Shumi make a move then?
Again, very close to P2.
Yeah, 8,
we might have
10, 7, 10. That's a fight perhaps brewing in the next few laps, I imagine, is looking at the Mercedes and the Red Bull, and the Toro Rosso having them scrap down the back level. See what they get up to later on. So, in this circuit then, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I believe the Toro Rosso heading towards the pit lane there, doesn't go in. I thought for a second he was. You see the Red Bull close enough there, but not close enough to make a dive, I don't think, here. He's very close to make a dive. In fact, oh, he hits the back of him! Oh, well, I thought it wasn't too close. It wasn't too close. He ran into the back of him there. Chips his front left off. That's a big mistake from the Red Bull. And that won't do him any good then. Oh, he hits the wall as well. He must be careful there. And that's a big mistake there. And that won't do him any good. Now slow him right the way down to the back then. So he might lose a few positions there. 50% race will cost him quite a lot of time. Now, strategy-wise, what are the drivers going to be doing soon? That's going to be an important question. The Met is catching back to the Toro Rosso after luckily having no damage from the back of the impact there with Shumi then, who was being a bit over ambitious with her temp down the inside, I presume. Perhaps blocked up and just speared into the back of there. But we'll probably catch back off as well in the end. Oh, well, he won't if he does that! Oh, he's not going to do it if he hits the wall like that, into the wall.
What happened?
He hit the wall, and well, that's what he's going to have to get the car back going. Shumi is out of the race already, so he's left that there. Probably frustration settling in there as the Force Indy going a bit silent on the exit there. So I commentated car Shumi there. I apologise to Shumi for that one. He'll commentate his car there, striking Shumi, and he hits the wall there. Naziran catching a little bit again. Sauber keeping up with that McLaren. They're 5 seconds off the pace there. Yellow flags in sector 2. As I don't know who that is. Been overtaken.
I think it's for
Ferraris.
Ferrari.
Yes, you see Ferraris have switched positions there then. So could have had a switch around then between those two. As
but I was thinking, setup-wise, this is probably one of the most difficult tracks. Do you set it up for the long straight or for the tight section?
Pass all the straights, it's interesting to see. That is the important question. Where do you improve and where do the setup go? Well, of course, India almost tapping the ball there. He's definitely going to see one way, improving. And these battle here, WOL and the Met, closest battle going on the circuit so far, I believe, on the radar then. piston rise there on the super soft and the soft tyres there. We can get our little things up. In the pit lane has come Schumi there, but of course out of this race in the earlier on. A few drivers have made one stops there from P9 downwards, of course. So, of course, incidents and accidents going around the race. Of course, so imagine these guys might be doing a two-stop strategy for a few of the drivers there. It's interesting what strategy there. Most drivers on the super soft, JG on the mediums there, and a few drivers on the soft tyres. I've met Craig, Booth, and Shimmy.
Oh,
P3 Nazarian in, so that must be for a scheduled stop there. 10 laps, presumably those
he's going
tyres
for the undercut.
Yes, now what tyres is he going to jump on? Comes with soft tyres on the Sauber. Now, where is he going to come out then? He'll presumably jump probably down around about Bullboy and JG, we'd imagine. Safe to say someone's gone off. I believe that is Craig who's gone off the circuit there. The yellow flags popping up everywhere here. So something's going on somewhere. We can't see it on the anyone's had a mistake. Anyway, no one's dropped any position there. The Sauber locking up massively. Comes out in 5th position, by the way, so not a bad position to come out then there. So first stops then on the soft tyres. Now, what is he going to do then? So we imagine Ditto might come in any second time then, perhaps for a perhaps to try and defend himself, and perhaps also Cam might come in as well. Debris, so someone's hit the wall there. Now,
Puffy and racing at home are in.
Yeah, Puffy and racing at home in the pit lane there. Now, let me see. Well, this comes looking at Foxy then. He is down in P12. And while Ditto hasn't come in yet, Glenn, from 2nd position. I thought he would have. But he might come in, yeah. You will see if he comes in straight away. He might do. Pulls to the left. Yes, he's going to come in.
Yeah.
So this could be interesting to see then. Where is that Sauber going to be? We might close our stop. 30 miles an hour. 37. There, comes out. So let's see.
60 kilometers per hour.
60 kilometers an hour. 36 miles per hour then. Let's see where he's going to come out then. And let's see where Giron is. He's coming down the straight. Then let me close here into turn number 1. I think as a Honky Dog comes in the pit lane as well. It's going to be interesting to see. Where are they going to come out then? Sauber's coming through turn 1. Coming out the pit lane as well. Ditto just right now then. And he's just there on the exit, so he's still not close enough. So, not close enough yet, however. It's going to be interesting to see where he can do then. And hope he does well. As Bullboy in the pit lane as well there then. So, everyone making their first pit stops. Rob 2K, Cam, and the only people to pit lane. Puffy Muffin racing at home, and Shumi, of course, made 2 stops as well. And Booth in the pit lane as well. Any comments? Put them in the chat. RL, well, WRL, having a look on Jabba the Hutt. Yeah, Foxy in the pit lane. As you said, that'll be for a second stop. Or their second stop, or her, we don't know. Have a few miles here, but I never know. Battle going on here for 6th, 7th and 8th position. Catching up then is the Haas. And 9 seconds behind is, of course, behind is the McLaren. Has he got an issue?
WRL, just plus McLaren.
And he hit the wall there. Just didn't catch it, but he looked at someone else for a second there. But, oh, Tarazo hits the wall. That's a wall head there. That's the front left. So he's chipped the front left. Almost chipped the front white off then. As well. Same does that McLaren.
The Sauber and the McLaren for P2 and P3 are P3 and P4 now are very close together because of the back marker.
The back marker perhaps bringing. Oh, the McLaren hits the wall! Ooh. He hits the wall, and here comes the Sauber!
This is going to be it.
DRS, he'll go to the left. Will he dummy? He'll have to try and dummy. That McLaren's no slouch dog. Here goes the Sauber lane. Is he close enough?
Is coming out of the pitch.
McLaren comes out of the pit lane. See, down the inside, doesn't think of it there. That McLaren might have damage low, runs a bit wide. Doesn't back out low, and someone's also front wing at turn 1 as well, so someone's hit the wall there. Rob in the pit lane as well. And surely that McLaren might have some front ring damage. But very close there. Behind is the Red Bull. That is of Shumi there, who is not here in this race currently. And sector 1 and 2, yellow flags. So someone's gone off, and I believe that is Rob coming out the pit lane.
No, he's in the pit.
Yeah, he's coming out the pit lane. So someone's gone off somewhere in sector 1 and 2. There's a honky
oh, I saw him. Crackle.
Yeah, Crackle's gone off there, so let's see if we can see.
He's driving against the traffic, no!
Oh, he's spun off that. He's at the castle section. That's a big mistake.
He's not having the front wing, so this is going to be...
Oh, he's hit the wall there. That's going to be... That might be race over there. Oh, he's somehow carrying
the McLaren and the Sauber are coming.
Oh, he almost gets involved there. That's not going to cost him any time. That's a bit naughty. We'll get out of the way just about, however, from these two.
Jabba the Hutt
yellow flags. Jabba the Hutt, I think, gone in the wall.
Yeah, no, he overshot it.
Ah, he's overshot there. Kept out the wall in the other McLaren. Versus just about on circuit. Michael N.
The Sauber is going for the McLaren again.
Here we go again then. Let's see. So he's a bit closer this time. Let's see, he has to be a little bit closer, I think. DRS not so active. Perhaps he won't have DRS this time while Ditters. He might be more of a sitting target here. Did he also have DRS then? Ah, Craig out of this race then. So he's hit the wall. I'd imagine.
Yeah, he was in a...
Yep, tyre's gone there. So that's a huge out of impact there. He's down the back straight there. So he's hit the wall very awkwardly then, and that's going to be the second retiree from this race. These two, the Sauber and the McLaren. No safety car. Is there?
I know.
In real life it would be a safety car, but not here. We haven't got the safety car in there, but of course it's a bit glitchy.
WRL is in the pits.
Yep, Giron battling low, as indeed you said, WRL in the pit lane. JD almost on top, still not yet.
Now.
Apart from JT, who started on those hard tyres.
Yeah.
Those medium tyres, should we say.
His pit window is closing, so he should be in the pits any minute.
Presumably around about lap 20, I'd imagine he might come in there. Now, a 26 lap race, of course, so about halfway through this race, actually, exactly.
Between P12 and P13.
Is it? Oh, it is actually.
Yeah,
it is actually.
He might
right.
come in, but if his tires feel good, why not continue?
No apologies for the mysterious mic crackle there for a second there, as I just tapped my mic accidentally there. The McLaren and the Sauber still battling up front there, 6 seconds off the leader, by the way. So Cam is going for a wild one up front in the Renault there, being followed by I believe that's the Toro Rosso there, so I might be I don't know who that is. One of the Toro Rossos there lapped down, as leads to 4 attempts, not close enough again to make a move. This time he hasn't got DRS.
Exactly what we talked about. The McLaren of Wild is more. He said it more for the big straights, and Nizaran in the Sauber said it more for the turns. The twisty part.
Interesting complex there. Meanwhile, further down, by the way, we've got 2 more people battling. I believe a battle perhaps going on for Donkey here. Boxing my points there, battling. That is the Ferrari, and he's followed by the McLaren. This should be interesting here then. So that's soft versus super soft. Locked up at there. He'll manage to get through the corner. Giron, some 5 attempts off the pace though now. So a little bit slower, but keeping with him. These two very close together, meanwhile they're about 5 attempts as well. And very, very close there. Back out there a little bit there from the exit, so we're not getting the full advantage. DRS will be activated then for the Force India. Let's see, I think that Ferrari heading for the pit then actually. Without going for a very aggressive strategy then. Oh, comes into the pit and very late there. Very, very late deciding to jump in that pit lane. Just about gets the car stopped there. And he'll be presumably going on to the soft tyres. Yes, he does.
Ooh!
Lock up the World Ditto up front. I believe Jabba the Hutt.
Racing at home close. Jabba the Hutt.
Yes, Jabba the Hutt.
Straight.
Yes, Jabba the Hutt got overtaken then. So,
oh, he overshot it in turn 2.
Shot turn 2. Yellow flags. Here comes the Sauber again, challenging that McLaren. Not close enough still. 5 attempts. All the gap between them here as we come on to lap number 15. Well, lap 15 now at least. Closing right up, loops up a little bit. Turn 1. That won't help him there.
And WRL are fighting too. 8 tenths in the second part.
I don't think has Jabba the Hutt got himself back going yet. Yes, he now has got himself back going. Comes just ahead, I think that's just ahead of the Sauber and the McLaren, I think he's gone past.
Sauber is losing a bit of time now. Maybe he asked a bit too much of his tires.
8 times between these two, though. I believe they've been closing quite rapidly here. The Sauber is, of course, dropping now there. But, you know, Toro Rosso pulling to the left. So does that car. I think this could be an opportunity here. Closing dramatically up here. Perhaps not here. Perhaps at turn 3. Perhaps could be an opportunity then. Closes right up here. Now look out for turn number 3. As long as he can get the car going in a straight line here and gets it as smooth as he can. And if you are joining us, welcome to the Baku City Circuit here for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And we've got a bit of crack going on here after a serious incident happened at the start of the race with the 2 drivers spinning out. One of the Red Bulls immediately spun off there. I don't know exactly who it was. I have to look back and see. Lock up there from the McLaren then. And Met almost went to the back of that Toro Rosso, just about to avoid him there. But definitely on the charts here.
How did you say this Grand Prix was called?
Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Azerbaijani.
Yeah, Azerbaijani. That's both ways.
Repeat me. Azerbaijani.
Azerbaijani. I can't pronounce it. Leave me alone. I will pronounce it.
Leave me alone. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, leave me alone. Know what I'm doing. And it's going so far so well. Yellow flags are out in sector 1 for a second there, then. So someone's gone off. I think Sumi's got himself back in this race, by the way.
Yeah.
Sector 1 again going yellow though. I don't know who that's for.
Puff is overshadowed again.
Rob is challenging JG here, who's carrying on for a long time on those hard tyres. So the Haas, I think, might make
why not drive?
Perhaps going for that one stop here, blocking off there a little bit there. So the Haas trying to the outside. He'll get a nice run down the straight arrow. This could be interesting then. Down the inside he could go. This is going to be an interesting move then. And behind is the other Haas. Down the inside. Does he get through? Side by side. That Williams isn't going to give up so hard there, but it does in the end. And what's up for the other South Haas, we say? Honky Donkey is only a few tenths behind here. Mehmet is also catching up to WR well, so this could be interesting. Another move perhaps going on down the straight. Let's look out for this, and they're just behind, I believe that is the other Williams of Bullboy. Going a bit defensive. A bit lag going on as well, but all so far so good. So far so good. It's 10 laps to go here in Azerbaijani. I pronounced it right that time. The 2 Hasses might be coming together soon. I haven't pronounced it correctly, but I will find it. I'm just going to go to Baku. The European leg as the Red Bull gets out of the way there, so I believe that might have been Schumi.
Oh!
Cam, a 44.5.
The new fastest lap time.
44.5 is these 3 all scrapping away between 4th, 5th and 6th. It's going to be interesting here. I believe the Williams might be a silly duck here. Look out then.
Sauber's closing again. Sauber's closing again. The panel is shut turn 1.
Yeah, here goes though. The Sauber, the Haas on the Williams. Blasts his way past then. Easy stuff then. Hard to challenge much there. That Williams unfortunately doesn't have DRS.
He should come in now.
Hasn't come in yet, so he's going to stay out, I believe, for another 2 or 3 laps. Go for a nice super soft last stint. It might be able to go 10 laps those super soft tyres, I'd imagine. So perhaps round about this lap might come in.
Yeah.
Well, Ditto really under pressure here, but just that Sauber can't get close enough there because of the narrowness of these corners. So he's going to have to make a bold move somewhere around the lap, perhaps try and make a move towards the DRS zone then, perhaps down towards the run, and then get just ahead enough, and then probably the DRS pull away a little bit there. That might be the only opportunity he's going to get that position, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Time is 8:50 UK time, or 9:50 Dutch time, or wherever it is. Yellow flag, so KLC I believe has gone off there, further down the back.
Yeah.
Now he's hit the wall.
He was sideways at least. Oh! Wolf was sideways coming out of the pits.
Getting outside in the pit then, always one to see. 5 temps still not close enough. While Ditto has a perfect situation on his hands. He's just quick enough down the straight not to deficit that DRS. Setting about 205, 207 whilst the DRS opening on the Sauber. He's closing up here. He's going quicker actually without DRS than with DRS. So really the deficit is trying to make a move and perhaps trying to get him flustered behind a back marker. I'm talking about back markers. There is one of the Ferraris. Now that is KLC, who just spun a few seconds ago after what I just said. But what's going on down the field? How are these two battling all the way through this race then? 18 of 26. If he does make a move, it's going to be ballsy. So let's see where he can make the move. 10 laps to go, so another about 20 minutes until the end of this race. So if you're wondering when it ends, pretty much on schedule from when I said it. So so far so good then. And well, Ditto versus the Sauber. It's going to be interesting to see where he can make a move. The Ferrari just up the road that gets out of the way in a nice position here. Gets out of the way, the pair of them there. So blue flags showing themselves perfect there for Ferrari. Gets back by McLaren and Sauber. You always see that every day.
Sauber is in lead units and
yes,
McLaren is extended
battle
units.
here. We've got a battle for 6th place then, and look for the Met, and that is the Williams running a bit wide there. So that is a Bullboy running a bit wide, I believe. Then was that someone else?
JC is in the pits.
SJG in the pit lane as
finally.
Yes, we did finally make that one pit stop here. The battle for 6th place then between the Met and WROL is still battling away in this race then, soft after the Williams who's locked up the Bullboy then. He's going to the end of this race, we'd imagine, on those hard tyres. Giron, we believe, has made a mistake because he's dropped 3 seconds here from Rod Ditto here.
He got stuck behind Ferrari, I guess.
Yeah, perhaps got tangled up there. No fast lap, by the way, for Cam Kayon. So he's doing good there. So your leader doing a dominable job here as he watched the battle for the Sauber. It's stuck in my head today. The Mercedes and the Toro Rosso battling away then. So the beauty of the Toro Rosso, one of the beautiful liveries in Formula 1 right now. The blue and red Toro Rosso there, compared to the normal livery in the normal one. Over the curve there.
It's made a small mistake.
Indeed, Honky Donk 7/10 behind Rob, by the way, so they're catching as well. 6 tenths between these two. Perhaps a move could be coming on down straight here. Let's see. It was close enough last time to make a move. Very much close enough this time. Let's see. DRS activated now. Is he close enough to make a move down the inside? I think he might just get the doing down the end. Second 2 yellow flags, by the way, so someone's gone off somewhere down there. No chance to make a move yet. It's still just close enough. Locks up, just avoids the wall there. Sector 1 yellow flags then, so who's gone off there? Sector 1, well, yellow flags popping up for a few seconds there. These two still battling then down the straight. I don't think it's a brave move to go down the inside here. That won't be very smart. A bit too tight there. Like many things, the circuit, easy to make moves down the straight if you get a nice setup. But it's really about having low downforce, in my opinion, because it's really easy to defend in the mid-sector. Because how narrow it is, it's really interesting to see. So these drivers got battling, and I'm presuming this Mercedes can't get past the Toro Rosso. Likewise, he's perhaps got low downforce in WRL, so he's catching up in this mid-sector. Went a bit wide here. It's a really awkward situation here, down towards the tight corner. Formula 1, as the Mercedes almost proves why it's so tight. Clouts the wall there just about. I think he might have just tapped it there. Gets away with it. Down the straight. Here we go then. Still not close enough. Any comments? Like I said, put them in the chat and we'll answer them to the best of our abilities when we can then. Here for the beautiful race here at Baku. Bit of a slide there from the Mercedes. Gets the car back going, however. Carries on its merry way.
We only have 7 laps remaining. So
7 laps to go.
Vote for your driver of the day.
DDOD. DODD, whatever you pronounce it, driver of the day.
Hashtag
Oh, Honky Donk. Oh, he's hit the wall in the pit lane. Oh, he's hit the wall in the pit lane. Oh, that's a very big impact. Oh, that's the worst thing you can do. In the pit lane, that car is dead. And a 3-second time penalty. Is they going to put the tyre back on? This could be interesting. Can they put the tyre?
No, they can't. They can't. No.
So this is interesting. Well, they're going to release him. No.
No, he's just standing there.
Yeah, but he's stuck there, so that could be problems.
He's driving out.
He is going back out of no. Oh, never mind.
Oh, wow. Well then.
It was until that happened. Well, that was a bit interesting there, then. The Met's still closing up there. There's a bit of a slide from the Williams as well there of Bull Boy. So these two still battling there. Well, that was a very interesting crash I just witnessed there then. And Honky Donk leaves the session there. That was a very unfortunate impact in the wall. Don't often see to a crash in the pit lane there. It's so quick, however. It was only going to be when it happened, not an if it happened, unfortunately. There, unfortunately, that's the first time we'll see that happen then. WOL still under pressure from the Met. So, where's he going to make a move then? That's the important question. Racing at Home then is battling the Muffin there. I believe Racing at Home just got ahead of Muffin actually. Slides through the corner. Might not if he's not careful. Round the outside then. Let's see. Does he make the move? The Sauber almost bangs into the Toro Rosso. One's right. Round the outside. Bangs again. Almost puts him in the wall. Taps his front nose off as well. Very, very aggressive stuff there from these two. And down the inside, almost made contact. Yes, they do. God. Side by side into the castle. Surely backs out of it there. And that was aggressive stuff there and just about gets away with that.
Almost has no front wing left.
Yeah, the Sauber losing almost his front wing. Craig up this as well. And that Sauber indeed has damage on that front wing there. Both left and right side of those end plates gone. Now that could be a penalty then for the Muffin. That was very aggressive driving there, but beautiful coordinated down in the wall. And definitely there was a big impact there. And the Sauber pile drives that into the wall.
Honky Donk's controller disconnected. That's why he crashed out.
Ah. Now, that's interesting there. So, disconnection of the controller at the worst or possible time there. Now, the Puffy Muffin. That's open.
We have some history repeating itself. Two Forzinhas very close together.
Yeah, that is for, no, what is that for? Yeah.
8 and 9.
8. That's going to be interesting then.
Let's not hope they crash each other out this time.
Yeah, for Nico said, because his favourite team's Force India. I'm getting everyone mixed up today in my head. Two Force Indias, let's see what they can do. Now, this could be interesting then. In the pit lane is Racing at Home, and so perhaps a drive-through penalty could have been there for him then. Perhaps he has damage that we don't know.
Well, he lost his front wing.
Oh yes, we lost his front wing actually. No, my apologies, I'm mixing all the drivers up again. Well, the Puffing Muffin might get a penalty, I'd imagine. Surely the stewards might be having a look at that one. There's a very aggressive move there. Oh, in the wall, that's chipped the front nose off then. The Force India, that's the front right, I believe, just chipped off a little bit the end plate there. Following is the Mercedes, I believe. That's the Williams, my apologies there, following.
The Williams with his Ultras on a Super Sub.
Yep, so JG then, he's going to be catching very quickly there. He's, I don't know if we can get the last lap time up there. Fastest lap there, 44.3 is fast lap away, the Puffing Muffin. As the Force India is coming to blows there a little bit then in this race, like real life, however. Not as dramatic. Yellow flag in sector 1 meanwhile. So someone's gone off somewhere up the road.
I don't see anything.
Sector 2. See if we go
Yeah. KLC spun around.
KLC spun around. I see a battle still going between the Mercedes and the Toro Rosso here. So they're still battling. They've been battling for now about 17 laps, I believe. They've been battling for quite a lot of this race and still can't get past, which is absolutely incredible, by the way. I'm not really seeing too much of this battle going on so far, but they're still together, and it's incredible to see the dirty air not helping here, and it's definitely being an interesting race so far. I hope you're enjoying it. If you are putting a driver of the day, in my opinion, it is definitely going to see who it was who definitely impressed me. Definitely the biggest winner of the day has been Rob 2K, who's jumped to what place. New Zero hasn't lost any positions in this race at all, by the way. Biggest loser, Shumi, is Mercedes, almost hits the wall there. So everything going so far so good for everyone else.
I think my driver of the day
Sector
is
3
gonna
yellow
be
flags. Someone's gone off Sector 3 somewhere. I don't know who that is. Not picking up on any of the readings here. Ah! Racing Alone's in the wall. Racing at Home, that's a massive impact. Same place as Blizzard hit the wall there. I believe it was that Craggle hit the wall at the same place then. So, hitting the wall, and that front ring and front left tyre is completely falling off the car. So that, I have to say, is a big mistake there from him.
I'm gonna give my driver of the day to the Renault in first position.
Yeah, he's done a brilliant drive. The battle going on.
He did nothing wrong today.
Did nothing wrong, perfectly held. The two Force Indias, meanwhile, they're catching together. 5 tenths between them. 6 tenths now. Up the road, I believe, is the Williams of Bullboy. So both the Williams and both the Force Indias catching. What's out actually for the Force India? Yellow flag sector 1. And down inside goes the Williams and touches. And pushes wide. And through up into snipe position. Boy, oh boy, I thought there was going to be a massive shot there. Wildly out of nowhere. And that was amazingly disgraced there, down the inside he went. That was fantastic move. I wasn't expecting that one.
Have to review that one.
I think he might let him back through here. Is he going slowly?
Yeah, it was kind of fair.
It was very aggressive there, pulled across and bumper to bumper. I don't think he lost too much of the front wing. So very aggressive stuff then. KLC meanwhile is retired from this race. Now as he hit the wall. Oh my goodness me! Now where is that? That is the pit lane. Now
again.
Now that's the right side of the pit lane. So what has he done to hit the wall there? That's a massive impact there to hitting the wall like that.
So we have now for P7 to P10 a Williams, a Force India, a Williams and a Force India fighting.
Well, here comes the Force India. He's not giving up yet as they pass the debris where another car went off. I believe someone else has gone off sector 3. I believe that's the yellow flags for past carts in the wall of KLC then. So like we said, the Force India racing the other Williams and the other Williams facing the other Force India. So Force India and Williams, and that's the Force India and a Williams, and they're all catching up. Meanwhile, the battle going on, still for 6th place. Don't forget these guys are still battling. Had no move up front, by the way. Cam is back rather lonely racing the Renault by some 12 seconds from, well, Ditto in the McLaren, and Zero not really being able to capitalise on these two still closing up low. These guys are still not close enough low. You can really see the Mercedes can't catch that car. Now, there's a move going on here.
Matasio drifted, almost to hit the wall.
That's almost hit the wall there, so just went back to check. These guys are still just about going together then. So we believe that Force India has lost his front right as well.
Yeah.
So both the Force Indias are going for the same amount of damage on the front right of the car, so that's always interesting to see then. Now, we've only just over a lap and a bit to go, by the way. Oh, I think the Force India hit the wall.
Yeah, he did.
He hit the wall, indeed. He did hit the wall. He's lost the entire front right.
Mehmet and WRL are very close together.
And here we are then. Is it close enough? Has he got a slipstream to the outside? He's finally been challenging Liz for almost the entire race. Zero's touch ties into turn 1. Will he go around the outside of turn 1? Can he? Yes, he can. Nemo's touch again. While the pit lane is one of the Red Bulls. He can't. No, he has to sit behind. He can't do it. He's still trying around the outside. Nemo's touch again. Look at this, so by so down the straight. He'll have DRS again. And into the turn 3. Can he finally do it on the Toro Rosso? They make contact. And they almost both end up flying in a wall. And they just avoid it. And he hits the wall. And they're still side by side. And then eventually he gets ahead there.
He is in front.
Fantastic battling between those two. And how they did end, we'll never know. Brilliant.
JC lost the car. Now he's behind Proxy again.
Ah. Now he's going to have to do that all again, isn't he? So this race, last lap, by the way. So this is turning into a kinetic last lap, though. Yellow flag, sector 3. Still. Now, it's gone off there again. Checking. No one seems to have gone off at sector 3. So, for some reason, sector 3... Ah, it's still Ferrari in the wall.
Matizio and Balbo very close together.
Yeah, those two still battling together. Meanwhile, coming through those last few corners is your leader, by the way.
No,
he's hit the back of him! Foxy out of the race! Foxy in the wall! He's hit the wall! He's gone straight on at the same time. His teammate hits the back of the Williams. As they come down to the last corners, by the way, he's on leader, by the way, in this. Passing the debris filled up. As all carnage goes on down the field as the Force India hits the wall and drops a heap of time on the last lap. Stop go penalty for Booth, by the way. Coming for your last corner, by the way. Speeding the pit lane. Coming down the straight, by the way. Cam. He's done everything he can then, and he will win the Baku City Circuit. He wins in Baku then. Congratulations to him in style. A headbutt then. As long as he doesn't hit the wall on the exit. The McLaren will come across the line in second, so he didn't. He won and crashed at the same time. Coming across the line will come the McLaren. He's done a good job, second place then. Followed quickly by Majeran. Rob will be in fourth place, we imagine. He's in a nice lonely fourth, so he's done a brilliant drive from him then. Do everything he's done right there. Oh, let's not have a mistake there. WRL is still there, and Foxy Proxy immediately is gone, so he's absolutely livid with the mistake he made there. As Lament still battling fifth. Rob fourth place, then he's going to get fourth. Great stuff from Rob then. He'll take fourth place then. And now the question is, who is going to finish fifth? It's still close. Well, they just hit the wall as the Toro Rosso, so never mind. So coming through that last corner, the Mercedes. Too far back to catch Rob, of course, but he'll get a good fifth position then in the end. He doesn't make a mistake here, he's far enough ahead of the Toro Rosso. So, Mehmet will cross the line, fifth place. Good job from him then. He'll cross the line fifth, sixth place, WRL. So, Bullboy will finish seventh ahead of the Force India, who's ailing with a half a front wing. And same has that Williams lost its front wing as well, almost. So, the Williams has hit the wall very big there as well. The Puffing Muffing, as well as finished the race already, so is Michael Yabba. Foxy out of this race earlier on as well. Shumi, of course, out of this race and never returned. KLC, of course, hitting the wall very massively there down into the lot, well, at the pit lane. Booth, he's still in this race just about. He's lost his front wing as well, so he's having all kinds of issues as well here. We need to go until the race ends officially then, so we're looking for the last car to come across the line. Just slowly, no front wing. It is Booth, so Cam, he's done a brilliant race then from start to finish. And we'll have to say congratulations to your winners today and all the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers, 6 drivers out this race. As who crosses the line there? And there is the McLaren. Second place, a Wild Ditto. Driver of the day, surely. It goes there, and there is the Ferrari embedded in the wall. And now we go to the celebrations on the perfect
podium.
On the podium. My mind just went blank, so let's go and listen. Congratulations to the drivers today then. Top 3 then. Congratulations to them. And now it's time for the trophies. They're available, the beautiful little trophies. And now, time for the champagne.
Le champagne.
And the Renault team definitely having Cyril Butti there down the bottom there. Looking at his winner there and gleaming then. So top 3, Renault, McLaren and Sauber then. So congratulations to Cam, who win from Wild Ditto then. And Zirin. Rob 4th, Magut is 5th, or Hates Met 5th. WRL 6th, Bullboy 7th. Matt is 8th. JG 9th. The Puffing Muffin is 10th. Michael 11th. Yabba the Hut 12th. Sergio Perez is 13th. Daniel Ricciardo 14th. Booth is 15th, KLC 16th, Pascal Verlaine 17th, Kevin Magnussen is 18th, Sebastian Vettel 19th, Julian Palmer is last place as well. Oh dear.
Julian Palmer
last place there after hitting the wall earlier on in the race there. So looking at the penalties as well whilst we can there. A few drivers had a few issues, so Daniel Ricciardo, quite a lot of issues there. Corner cuttings as well down the race, but apart from that, it's been a 10 out of 10 for a race and a great start into AOR then. I've truly enjoyed this race. And I have to say,
I did too.
I think I very much might be returning here for the future then. So if you do enjoy it, do go on to leave a like, subscribe, write a comment if you want to see more and what you want to see, and well, I'll get back to you in the comments as well. And yes, we will see you next time here for beautiful, beautiful Azerbaijan Grand Prix here. And, well, it's been fun.
Which Grand Prix is next on the calendar?
It will be the race after the Azerbaijan, so you can figure that out yourself, because I can't remember off the top of my head.
I can't either.
I can't remember what the next race is. Well, until then, we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Indeed, goodbye.